Guys, I want to apologize for my last video. I really do. I did not have the energy that I normally have in these commentaries, and it's because Call of Duty had sucked all of it out like some New York City hooker. I cannot begin to explain to you how little I give a fuck and how little I gave a fuck watching COD Next today. I do have access to the beta early. I got a code from Discord. I did not pre-order this trash. But I'll be honest with you, I don't really want to even bother today. So what I'm going to do instead is show you these streamers, most of which I have not heard of, playing this game from the stream today. And I'll consider playing the beta tomorrow or sometime during the week, but I am just not in the fucking mood. And the disgusting fake bullshit I saw today on these streams is a big reason why I'm not in the mood. So I want to ask you guys, if you could drop a like on this video, give it a thumb up, and drop a support comment. Say whatever, man. Say mayonnaise, say hot dog, say something that doesn't make any sense in Arabic. Yeah, more on that later. More on that later. But I want people to find this video. And if you interact with this video, more people find it, because I want everyone that bothers with this shitty game to see exactly the company they are buying a game from. And without further ado, let's just get right on into the meat and potatoes here, because viewer, I got a lot I want to get off my chest. So just 2 days ago, these fucking psychopaths at Activision Blizzard lied to you to the point where they got community noted. Unfortunately, one of those community notes got removed, probably because they paid somebody off behind the scenes, if I'm being honest with you. But they lied about the matchmaking. They gaslit the community about the time to match and all of this stupid fucking shit. And everything they said went against the data they were talking about just like 10 months ago. None of it made sense. And that video will be linked at the end of this video if you want to check it out. I would really recommend you do, because this is the company you're dealing with. And it actually gets worse today somehow. They blatantly lied even more. What am I talking about? Well, I'm going to transition away from this gameplay. I think you guys have already probably had enough, if I'm being completely honest. I can sense your disdain and your disgust through the screen at seeing this Modern Warfare 2019 Modern Warfare 3 love child, which, honest to God, man, even if this game didn't have skill-based matchmaking and terrible matchmaking, it looks really just the same. It doesn't seem like it's very innovative whatsoever, in my opinion. It's just the same old shit. But let me show you the stream itself. This is where it gets very, very interesting, okay? I noticed something very off immediately upon clicking the COD Next stream, and I was there from the start watching. It was the chat. I want you to look at the YouTube chat here and just tell me what you see. Tell me what you notice. I'm not going to talk during this. Just look. So real quick, just pause the video if you want and just write out in the comments what's weird about that chat. Surely someone can see it. And I mean, it's obvious here. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. There are a lot of Middle Eastern people in that chat. More than I've ever seen on any Call of Duty YouTube video ever, pretty much. In fact, there were so many Middle Eastern people in that chat. I actually went to my analytics personally. I wanted to see how many of my viewers are actually from the Middle East. So I had to dig pretty deep to find this, but in the last 28 days, a whopping 0.4% of my viewers are from Saudi Arabia. Now, I'm glad to have international viewers. Love you guys, no matter where you're at. You know, if you watch the content and you enjoy it, hey, you're a friend of mine. But I'm just pointing this out because, man, compared to all the other places in the world, Saudi Arabia and others in that area rank pretty darn low, less than 1% of my total viewership. So I have to ask here, what the fuck happened on this stream where suddenly the entirety of every Middle Eastern country is on a Call of Duty video chatting their fucking asses off? It's a little bit weird, right? Now, you guys know where I'm going with this. I think if you've watched any amount of time, you know exactly where this is headed. But let's just call a spade a spade. This has got to be bullshit, right? So I decided to do a little detective work while I watched the stream because this stream was fucking boring. Haven't used that one in a while, but it was. I actually had to like check out before it even ended. I was so bored, and they lost like 15,000 viewers over the course of it. Not great, but how many of those viewers are even legitimate at this point? Probably not as many as that. I'll be completely honest with you. So I decided to do a little trick with my browser settings where I could translate the Arabic language to English to see what exactly they were talking about here. Because, guys, if this was a legitimate chat room, they would be talking about what's going on stream. I think that's a fair assumption. I don't think I'm stretching the truth there by any means. I think that's what would happen. If I am streaming me on a pogo stick, most of the comment section, most of the chat would be talking about me on the pogo stick. Wouldn't you agree with that? Can we all unanimously agree that's what the fucking chat would be, right? Let's see what these people were saying. Okay, let's look at this. So this guy right here actually managed to get a nuke. Now, if it was legit or not, I have no idea. It could have been entirely set up for the event for all I fucking know, because nothing this company does is legitimate. So either way, though. Either way, he got a nuke. You can see it in the background, right? I even scrolled up a little bit in chat to match the chat, which was going very fast with the nuke as he was calling it in. I mean, if you've seen anyone on Twitch or whatever, you'll know that the chat will go crazy and they'll be like, nuke and blah, 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 blah. You know, they're all talking about the fucking nuke that just dropped because it's a very rare, very hard thing to do. This is common sense, correct? Let's actually translate the chat here. Let's zoom in and look at the chat on the right to see what they were saying. Blue hearts, pink crying emojis, work now, give me the code, Jojo, yellow heart, COD, that one might be real. The code came, sad, green heart, Karaji, I'm not going to read that one because it seems a little racist. Alcatraz back. I think the racist one might be legit, though. Now if you give code, gold medal. Hello, friends. Until live, U-Ball is in the game. No codes or rewards will be given. Sir, the power went out. Crying emoji, Kuzestan, heart. Wait, this is not a legitimate chat! This is a botted fucking Arabic chat to make it look like the chat is popping the fuck off for this mid-ass game. I'm gonna start calling it Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 4. It's fucking mid. Most people that are actually legitimate, if they type anything out about this game, are trashing it and trashing the Activision higher-ups and trashing the Call of Duty community manager. More on that later. I will cover that. Don't worry. But this is not a legitimate chat room. I mean, I did this several times at different parts. Here's more. We'll give you the code. We love Ahmed. Blah, 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 blah. Big belly. All Iranians are great. Iranians. I feel like I'm watching a Trump speech or something. Javed Shah. Webb. Sapphire. What is all of this drivel? Now, don't get me wrong here. I'm sure there are actual people in here. I saw people actually trying to have a conversation and actually trying to comment about the game in English and Arabic. So I'm sure there are a few people. But, I mean, you can click on these names here and you can actually see a pattern going on if you really look. Do you guys see the pattern? There's like this name and then there's a hyphen and then 3 characters after. Just in this screenshot alone, look at this. There's several of them. There's Matin C5P. There is Poya Z2Z. There is Aram Amini X1 whatever. There is Mitrakani F6Q. Ali Barami Q8D. Do you see the pattern here? What are the odds of this happening? Like in one screenshot of the chat. I actually clicked on some of the names. Okay, I went to their YouTube channels. Look at this. It gets juicier. Here's Farshad Garibi, C9F, with the 3 characters and shit. He joined today, August 21st, 2026. There's more. There's more. This one didn't join today, but there's never anything on these channels. There's no info whatsoever. And I checked several. All of these names with the weird hyphen and the 3 characters at the end, they're not fucking real people. This trillion-dollar company is so fucking narcissistic and pathetic that they have to bot their own streams to make it look like the shit's popping off and it's popular. Nothing this company does is honest. They are dripping with insincerity. It's again like a New York City hooker's pussy. Nothing is legitimate about these people. And look, this might seem crazy. Maybe you still don't believe it. Maybe you think I'm just saying this for the sake of it. Guys, they pulled this same shit last year. Do you remember? Now, I don't think I really covered this because I didn't pay attention to it at the time, but Nero covered it. So let me just transition to his video on Black Ops 7 here, okay? Look at this.
The reception to the reveal has been completely underwhelming as well. Over on Twitch, the chat was barely moving, and a lot of the time, people were just talking about Battlefield or talking about how the game looks too fast-paced, and how the movement looks too quick, and how the time to kill looks too quick. But over on YouTube, guys, holy hell, this was a whole different story. I wish I was making this up here, but Activision literally botted their own chat, so no actual reactions or feedback could be seen. You may think I'm joking, but look at it here, man. I have the entire thing recorded. The entire chat is just Arabic and copy and pasted emoji spam and nothing more. You might see an actual message maybe every couple of minutes, and this wasn't just for a little bit either. It went on for hours. As I'm recording this video right now, the presentation is still going on. They're talking about Warzone right now, and I don't give a shit about Warzone, so I'm not watching that. I think they're talking about the new Resurgence map, which is basically going to be an expansion of the Liberty Falls Zombies map, and in there, literally the exact same thing is happening, and look at this right here. What looks like it might be a real person is saying, at Anime Rush, you got me dying laughing with that comment, but there's nobody named Anime Rush in the entire chat. I looked, I scrolled, here's this dude, I love you Activision. Like, holy shit, guys, they actually botted their entire YouTube chat, so it looks like people are happy, or at the very least, it looks like people are interested, right? It's giving off that illusion.
For curiosity's sake, I decided to check out the Twitch chat and the Twitch stream, and I saw that they had 34,000 viewers, but look at the chat on the right. It's like the opposite here. I even said hi, by the way. They didn't ban me, so that's insane. But regardless, I checked it out, and it's like, it's not moving at all. It might be botted, view botted, but the chat is really fucking slow for 35,000 people. I mean, this looks like my chat when I streamed to like 300 concurrent viewers back in the day. It's honestly slower than that, if I'm being real. This is not real life. I don't know what it is about this company. They cannot just accept reality and just be honest. That's all we want. If you're going to fuck us over, at least tell us so we can lube up. You know what I'm saying? Can I get an amen in the fucking chat? A real one. I don't want botted amens. God, man. I guess this is a good like transition point to talk about the people actually invited to COD Next, the streamers and stuff like that. Now, Activision has said in the past few years, they don't want just the same names showing up as they invite the same names, the Z-Laners, the Tim the Tatmans, all those guys. Now, look, man, I feel really just out of touch with the modern Call of Duty community. I do. I've been around so long, and all the guys that I once knew doing this have pretty much quit. But I was watching this stream in particular, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck any of these people are, pretty much. I really don't. There were a few, obviously, that I know of in the community. There's Noisy Butters. She's a very nice person. I know Z-Laner, like I said, but for the most part, it would like pan around, and I don't know who the fuck any of these people are. Well, I got a DM from Fooly yesterday, and I thought back to it, so I don't think he'll mind me kind of paraphrasing this stuff and reading it off. So let's hit up the Scatman himself and see what he has to say. So Fooly basically messaged me 2 days ago and he says, yo, brother, you seeing all the shit online, the COD Next drama, them responding to some of us, the SBMM statement they just made. And I say, I saw the SBMM stuff, but what else is happening? He told me they have doxers going to the event. They have people who have doxed people in real life going to the event. VTubers and people with literally less than 100 followers. Rick tweeted at them and dragged me into this fat-ass mess. My mentions are going insane because the community account replied. So the Rick says, while you're at it, you can send me and Fooly COD a COD Next invite too if you want people who are brutally honest involved. Because I ain't gonna lie, the next lineup so far is beyond pathetic. And the Call of Duty community manager replies and says, don't be rude to your fellow content creators. Interesting take. And this fucking hypocrite, literally, like, I'm serious, was rude to his fellow content creators. I'm not kidding. This man basically was a snarky fucking asshole to Modern Warzone to the point where Charlie Intel had to call him out and tell him to shut the fuck up. When the bigger shill accounts are telling you to shut the fuck up, you're being an asshole, you are being an extreme asshole. I'm not kidding with all that. We'll get to Fooly's response and the Rick's response in just a second, but let me segue into this really quick. This Call of Duty cocksucker says the duality of man, that is all. And Modern Warzone said a few days ago, people will complain about anything these days, my God. And then on the right there, it's a little hard to see because it's a pretty big tweet, but the tweet is just giving feedback. He's giving feedback to Call of Duty on his Twitter. It's not complaining. It's not like just dragging them through the mud or whatever. It's literal positive feedback. And this cocksucker, this Call of Duty CM cocksucker, is doing this like Simpsons chef kiss gif in response to this no-name loser random ass Twitter account talking shit about a valued community member with this tweet. You know, this wasn't tweeted at the CM. This motherfucker found it on his timeline or in his algorithm or whatever and responded to it. It's so disrespectful and unprofessional. Charlie Intel replies to this, ratios the fuck out of him, and says Modern Warzone is right, and this is a garbage tweet. I'll get back to the CM account and more of their stupidity later, but I want to cover what initially was said there with Fooly and the Rick and whatnot on Twitter. So let me just get right into that before I get sidetracked. Sorry, there is a lot to cover. I'm all over the place. Here we go. This is Fooly's official response. How do I say this respectfully? You've invited a well-documented doxer, several people who promote boosting services, and a bunch of randos with low viewership, respectfully, because they speak well of the franchise. Meanwhile, other creators, not just me, before you think this is about jealousy, with significantly higher viewership and influence, get random responses like this. I get it, the critical videos are not for the sensitive, but when creators like us actually do give you guys valid feedback and have provided feedback that eventually does get addressed after years of posting videos with an accumulated tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of views, it paints a picture of the type of creators you want there. I've said many positive things about MW4 and the devs, and I get what the historical stigma is around our channels, but the constant blackballing prevents more than just the creators from having a positive outlook on you guys. It prevents our viewers from the exact same thing. Shout out to my fellow content creators though. I'm sure a handful of that 1,000 will actually have an honest bone in their body to push for improvements. Good shit. And he's exactly right. The Rick then responds to that and says they won't respond because they know they have no defense. Literally inviting doxers, people promoting boosting services, and even perma-banned creators were invited out. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah, it's no wonder I don't know who the majority of the people there were. Whoever's behind this CM account, I'm sorry, but they're a fucking idiot. Or maybe they're just being told to be a fucking idiot by the higher ups. I'm not exactly sure. But like, this guy asks a very reasonable question and he gets the dumbest reply ever. He asks, why can't we just use purely the Black Ops 2 system? Like the matchmaking system? It worked well in 2012 and 2013 and works well in 2026. Also during the beta, will changes be made for matchmaking based off external and internal feedback? We can't use the old system because the main difference is topology. We're using dedicated servers in modern titles, which provide clear benefits over listen servers, which make your machine not only run like this is not what he asked. He asked for the exact same matchmaking algorithm that has nothing to do with what's fucking running the match that's being played, whether it's an old Xbox 360 as the host or your dog shit cloud servers, which give everyone packet bursts. That doesn't matter. This guy is a fucking moron. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but this is not what he asked. And if I can see it, why is a guy who works for the company getting paid probably six figures? Why can't he see it? Why can't he see what this person means? He then goes on to say, of course, feedback and player data shape how we adjust matchmaking. That is not true at all. That is not true. Player data is made up, and we've proven that. Player data is a complete farce, and feedback, we've been giving it for 7 years, to which they only, met our needs when their sales were in the fucking gutter. That's why I keep telling you guys, don't even bother with Modern Warfare 4. It's not worth it. We'll never get what we want if we keep bending the knee to these fucking assholes. Let me cover some more stuff, though, because this guy got dragged for this one. On Nuketown 24/7, quit rates jumped to 141%. Our most competitive players were leaving 1 in every 3 matches. Taking stats from Nuketown 24/7 is genuinely the most IW thing they've ever done. What's next? Taking stats from Shipment 24/7? This guy does not get it. Every content creator I saw talking about this brought up the same exact points, from me to Nero to T-Dog. This guy says, so don't use or track data from some of the most popular playlists of all time? Yes, exactly. They're popular for a fucking reason. They're not playing to win the game. They're playing the match to unlock whatever grinding bullshit they have in the game, because that's the only fun you can have playing modern COD. And then as soon as they get what they want and they unlock what they want, they back the fuck out, they put it on their gun, and they drool and suck their fucking thumbs while they stare at it for about 15 seconds before taking another 3 minutes to join another shipment lobby and do the same thing over and over. They do not care about wins and losses. Do you know why they don't care about wins and losses and why they leave as soon as they get what they want? Because this is not a competitive game. We're not playing ranked, you fucking idiot. I'm sorry for yelling, but how can you be this stupid and work for the fucking company as the mouthpiece? How is it possible? Like, dude, I am sitting here for free, sweating my ass off, yelling, because how do you not get it? Every content creator gets it. Dude, these people, I thought maybe they're just really malicious. Maybe they're just really narcissistic and they're just assholes. No, I think they are that. But I think the other half of them is just utter fucking incompetence. The other half is just pure stupidity. They have no logic, is what I'm trying to say. They lack basic common sense. I can't. Let's check out one more thing, though, this account said before I have a heart attack. I can't cover any more after this, okay? While we cite Black Ops 7 as we discuss open matchmaking for obvious reasons, the data and learnings we consider when making decisions span multiple decades. Okay. We saw feedback that some players didn't like 2019 matchmaking. Yeah, no shit. Some? Okay. We see feedback that some players didn't like open matchmaking. Before I even read any more, I gotta ask, where? Show me 100 examples of people on Reddit not liking the open matchmaking that we had in the Black Ops 7 beta. I didn't see a single fucking soul, and I am kind of chronically online, it's my job. I didn't see a single fucking soul saying that they didn't like the Black Ops 7 open matchmaking. In fact, that was the fucking selling point! So that's just a complete lie! We have players asking us for dedicated servers on the PS4/PS5 ports of BO1 and BO2 in 2026. Okay, that's not, they don't want skill-based matchmaking though. They want a better connection and more security from the hackers. That has nothing to do with this guy is brain dead. I am sorry, but he is. We believe that the system we're moving forward managed to solve some of those key concerns and is our best yet. We are committed to adjusting and improving in the pursuit of fun. Charlie Intel replies and ratios this cocksucker yet again. You've got to figure out how to balance the data and public perception. Constantly saying the data says this while everyone perceives the system is broken is a problem. And you guys can't data is saying this your way out of it. Because this isn't going to make anyone happy. If this is the hill they want to die on, they can die on it without me playing their game and with me actively telling all of my viewers as one of the bigger content creators on the platform for Call of Duty to not fucking bother. You guys know, I don't tell you what to do. I suggest things, I give you warnings, but I don't say, hey, don't buy this game or you're part of the problem. I'm saying that this year. Do not buy Modern Warfare 4. Do not even play the beta, honestly. If this is the matchmaking they want to push out, it's clear that they just don't get it anymore. So why in the fuck should we just have this blind hopium that they're going to change their ways one day? Even if they come out and they say, hey, this beta, you know what, guys, you're right. This beta, we need the open matchmaking from Black Ops 7 back. We're going to put it in. You were right. They are just going to change it later. You know what I mean? Like, they specifically said, and I covered this in a video, they specifically said that at launch, Black Ops 7 would have open matchmaking. They did not say anything about taking it away later on in the game's lifespan, later on in the year. And lo and behold, that wording was very specific for a reason, so they didn't get their asses sued. Everything they say has a hidden meaning, a hidden agenda. They're always running everything by a lawyer, so we the players can't sue their fucking asses off. Like, when will you guys see it? I'm sitting up here yelling into the void, I feel like, because I want every single Call of Duty player, even if you're a fucking moron, to just take in what I'm saying and digest it and sit with it and stew on it. Please. If you guys enjoyed this video, can you do me a motherfucking favor and just hit the like button and like I said, drop a comment below, a support comment. It could be anything. I don't care. Spam emojis like the stupid fucking Arab bots in the COD Next stream today. I really don't give a fuck. I just want people to see my videos and take this in. Please, if I have to do my entire videos ad-free, I will do it. I will make an hour-and-a-half movie ad-free. If you want, going over everything, if it would get like 1 million views and reach as many people as possible. I'm sorry for crashing out, but like, dude, I have been saying it for so long, and it's just like, nobody fucking gets it except us, except like my community and the content creators community and stuff like that. If you buy this game this year and play it, you are part of the problem. And as far as me playing the beta, I'm still debating it. I am still debating it because, like, dude, I'm just so fucking tired. Legitimately, this is not an act. This is not for fun. This is not part of the YouTube persona. I am so fucking tired, man. I'm getting too old to be jerked the fuck around. Just the thought of taking the time to download the Modern Warfare 4 beta and the thought of waiting on it to install and the update requires restarts and the time sync. I mean, look at this. This is my Game Boy Advance SP booting up The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. It takes like 7 seconds to go from power on to playing the game. I don't have time to sit there and update. I don't have the patience for some live service update thing to come out and ruin my experience because the devs or the studios or the higher-ups don't know what the fuck they're doing. I boot up The Legend of Zelda, and it's the same game that I played when it came out. It can't be taken from me. It can't be updated. I won't lose it to some fucking Sony rights issue or whatever. It's a physical cartridge that I have. I always have this game available to play anywhere in the world I want. No bullshit, no time wasted. I turn it on and I play it like God intended. You know, I'm sorry for yelling so much this video. I'm literally sweating here. Sweat is careening off of my forehead. And I guess that's the last thing I want to cover here, okay? One more thing. I'm sorry. This is a long video. One more thing. I was actually watching the COD Next stream, and I think the point where I had to turn it off is they kept switching the camera to this guy who was just like all forehead. Just all forehead up in the camera. I'm sitting here trying to eat mac and cheese. Y'all motherfuckers fuck with Goodles? You ever had some Goodles? I ain't sponsored, by the way. I wish. But no, Goodles is good shit. I'm sitting there eating my mac and cheese, you know, and this dude's nasty, greasy forehead is all up in my screen. It's like the entire fucking screen. Back the fuck off, man. It ain't that serious. Get your forehead out of my forehead. I don't want to see that. I'm trying to eat mac and cheese and watch this shitty, boring-ass Modern Warfare 4 experience. Look, that's all I got, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and again, I hope this gets seen. I hope it does. I'm out. Peace.